Scorpio, welcome. Thanks for joining me. My name is Tina. We're here today to do your weekly reading. So let's get started. And happy birthday to you. Maybe belated birthday. It is Scorpio season. All right. So while we shuffle, let me just remind you that I have a website where I offer personal readings at extremely affordable prices. So check that out. The link will be in the description. I also have other cool stuff on my website. All right. So this week we have really big energy happening. Let's talk about that for a second. We have 1111, which many consider to be a portal. 1111 is an important number in numerology, and it is a great time, many think, to manifest what you want, create new opportunities for yourself. We also have the supermoon, the final supermoon of the year. It is in Taurus, which is earthy energy. That is on the 15th. And I will tell you, the readings so far for this week have been all big energy. Big energy. So we'll see if your reading is as well. Let's check it out. Okay, don't be disappointed if it's not. You create your own destiny, right? So if you want it to be big energy, you make it big energy. But we're going to read what the current energy is for you, Scorpio, for this week. Whoa, right out the gate. I'm going to take it because that flipped with determination. Okay. Energy for Scorpio for this week. Wow, your cards are kind of flying around. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Look at that. The Hierophant and then the High Priestess. Wow. Yes. Did I mention big energy? Here we go. Here we go. And the star. Wowzers. Okay. Yep. What'd I say? Big energy. Okay. Scorpio. So the Hierophant right here in the center, we're going to pull 3 more cards, but let's talk about these first. I actually look at this card more so as the mentor. Okay. Now it can be a card steeped in tradition, kind of that institutional thing. It could be like it's a spiritual card, but I think it's more traditional spirituality. And interesting enough, influencing this is the High Priestess, which is a card also of spirituality. It's about enlightenment, awakening. It's about looking inside yourself, finding that intuition. On the other side of this, we have the Star card, which is a card of that intuitive guidance. You know, it's about following your heart's desire, a card of good fortune, optimism, very strong optimism. So this can be a reading. Okay, this is where it becomes challenging because it's a reading for so many people. So I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios here. This can be a card, this can be a line here of saying maybe the traditional outlook on who you are, what we all are, what it all means. Maybe it's not working for you anymore. Maybe we need to find a little more intuitive guidance rather than seeking it outside of us, right? I kind of look at the Hierophant as seeking guidance outside of us. These 2 cards are more so cards of intuition, of following our own internal light, or looking at things in a, I mean, I kind of look at the Star card as unity consciousness in a way, and the High Priestess is all about knowing the strength you have spiritually inside of yourself. Very interesting. Now it can be also, like I said, if that doesn't resonate for you, what I just said. So in other words, some of you are going to be having an awakening this week. And I think that's really for most of you, that's what this is. That's why I talked about it first. Like there's going to be some sort of awakening happening for you. or you might be starting to break away from the traditional way of looking at spirituality, or traditionally looking at others for your guidance. You're going to be start looking within for that. But for some of you, it's just about guidance overall, feeling guided towards something, feeling spiritually guided towards something. And when I say spiritually, I'm not talking religion. I'm talking about just feeling that like instinctual pull towards something. Okay, let's pull 3 more cards. Big energy, though, really big energy. Okay, good. I like that. It's a 7 of Swords, but it's in reverse. Another major arcana. Yeah, Temperance. I'm telling all the signs this week, buckle your seatbelts for this week. And the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Before we talk about this line, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Another reversal. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the bottom of the deck for me is the subtle undercurrent of energy. It's kind of, it has its hand, it has its touch on this week. It's got influence, and it's coming in from previous days, weeks, months. And what this energy is, the Knight of Wands in reverse, is kind of a card that doesn't have a whole lot of discipline. Can be a little indecisive, a little careless. It has maybe not very enthusiastic. So have you felt a little lack of enthusiasm, a little lack of drive? Maybe things have felt pretty humdrum for you. That's speaking to you then, if that's how you have felt. Okay. Lack of passion, a little bit kind of thing. Like if that's why it's been feeling, I would say that's probably going to change for you this week. That's why we're seeing this. It's going to change for you. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is under that. That's very decisive. This is kind of a card of not being very decisive or action oriented, and underneath that comes into a card of decisiveness. Okay, so let's talk about this line here. So the 7 of Swords, getting it in reverse, upright, it's a card of kind of concern. It's kind of a card of deception. The reverse, it's actually something happening maybe that it's kind of like a mixed blessing. It's like kind of something that happens to you that ends up working out in your favor. It might kind of look a little sketchy on the outside, but it ends up working in your favor. It can also be an apology or somebody owning up to some dishonesty in your life. Might be you owning up to something. Maybe it's owning up to how you've been dishonest to yourself, which that having that under the Hierophant, it can be gaining some clarity and maybe releasing kind of something destructive that you've been having towards yourself. Now, we have Temperance and the Emperor. More big energy. Now, Temperance is major arcana, and it's a beautiful energy. Again, it's kind of it's angelic. It really kind of flows into your reading. I think this is going to be kind of a spiritual awakening for many of you this week. I know that sounds so loaded. Like I said, just some sort of awakening. Let me take out the word spiritual, because some of you get turned off by that. It's very broad when I say that. Again, it's not religious. It's an awakening. And the Temperance card, like I said, is kind of that angelic guidance. But it's a card of balance and not swaying too. It's a card of moderation. It's telling you, balance yourself in this time. Heal yourself. Really beautiful. Big energy, though. And then you got some really big energy on this side, which I think it's indicating you're coming out of this reversal of the Knight of Wands here. So Emperor energy. Like I said, it's riding this reversal in a big way. It's more major arcana. Okay, so let me just point out here, you only got one minor arcana card in this layout. Everything else is major arcana. Buckle your seatbelt. Big energy this week. The Emperor is all about taking charge. It's being a leader. It's pursuing something. It's being ambitious. It's knowing where you need to go and doing it. No questions asked. Boom, you're taking over. You're going for it. It's really coming out of this energy. So I feel like this is a week, you know what? I was saying awakening, self-discovery maybe, a week of self-discovery, but it's really beautiful. I feel like you're going to be guided, whatever that means for you. You're going to be guided towards something. All right. Let's pull 3 cards of advice, guidance, or outcome for this week for Scorpio. Advice, guidance, outcome. Okay. We have the 5 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. So any conflict or strife, I think this is actually telling you in this is don't fight yourself. This is a reading of self-discovery. Don't fight yourself. Don't fight yourself. And this King of Swords, I feel like, is very much in line with this Emperor. Now, you should know that the Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor embodies all 4 kings, the energy of all 4 kings of the tarot. So we got this King of Swords. So this is saying, calling special attention to this aspect of the Emperor, of having decisiveness, clarity of thought, using your logic, not being overly emotional in a situation, but looking at something very clearly with authority. And look at this. And do you see that it's laying right on top of this star card? It is the 10 of Pentacles. It's really beautiful. This is having everything you want and need. Pentacles energy is that earthy energy, which is so beautiful to get these Pentacles energies because of the supermoon in Taurus, which is earthy energy. It's Pentacle energy. So you're heading towards, I feel like this is saying you're heading towards this 10 of Pentacles in this. If you follow this new kind of path for yourself, this new self-discovery, intuition, new maybe new spiritual look on the world and what it all means, basically. It might be the path for you of that really comfortable life, having everything you want and need in life. Beautiful. All right, so I'm closing out every reading today with a card from the Good Karma deck. It's kind of lighthearted but joyful, positive energy, and we all need that after the week we've had. The U.S. elections have been stressful, ripple effect worldwide. Doesn't matter where you're watching, but especially in the United States, a lot of us were extremely stressed out. So let's pull something that's kind of a fun, positive assignment, okay? Your assignment for this week to spread some good karma. Donate old books to a local public library. You can also now, donate if you have any of those little little mini libraries around the neighborhood. Usually you can look on you can look on line and find them. They're the little libraries where people give and take a book. So you could go put a bunch of books in to one of those where people can just come by and take a book to read. Those are beautiful. I love seeing those in the neighborhoods. But yeah, donate an old book or, donate anything. We're coming into cold season. So one of the most beautiful things you can donate to shelters or organizations or coats and blankets and socks and things like that. So keep that in mind too. Thank you so much for joining me today, Scorpio. I hope you'll choose to subscribe. Either way, I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.